All right, so you know how some moments in history just stick with you? And with those moments, there are always some really big lingering questions.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, today we are going to do a deep dive into one of the biggest ones. We are talking about the assassination of JFK.
Wow!
We've got some source material right here. We're just going to call this pasted text.
Okay.
And our mission today is to explore a couple of the most intriguing elements that just keep coming up, these little mysteries that appeared right after it happened, and just keep fueling our curiosity.
Makes sense. And so, just to be clear, we're not going over every detail of the assassination again, right?
No, no.
We are going to look at some of the more interesting things that people have been talking about for years, things that point to just how complex this whole thing really is.
Right, exactly. So let's jump right in. The first thing on our list is Lee Harvey Oswald's reaction right after they arrested him.
Yeah.
He said something pretty wild, and it is right here in our pasted text. He said, and I quote, "I'm just a patsy."
Whoa. That's a bold statement to make right when you're accused of something so huge.
It really is. I mean, think about it. You are being accused of killing the President of the United States. And the first thing out of your mouth is that you didn't do it and that someone is trying to frame you.
It's like something out of a movie.
Yeah, right.
What do you think? Was he being serious or was he trying to pull something? I mean, this one little phrase has become such a big part of all these conspiracy theories. Why do you think this statement has lasted so long in everyone's mind?
It's really interesting because it throws a wrench into the simplest explanation of what happened. It makes you stop and wonder if he was being truthful or if this was some kind of strategy he came up with. But either way, it just adds to the mystery of it all. Why do you think that is?
You know, it's the human element of it all that is so fascinating. Here you have this guy being accused of something awful, and his immediate reaction is to just deny everything. And that denial really sticks with people. It makes us all question if the official story is really the truth.
Right, and it plants this seed of doubt. Makes you wonder if there's something more to uncover, something
Yeah.
hidden that they don't want us to know about.
Exactly.
Okay, so moving on to another mystery. Let's talk about something a little different, but still focused on these unsolved puzzles. Have you ever heard of the Umbrella Man?
Oh, yeah. How could you forget that?
It was one of those details that just stays with you. It's a bright, sunny day in Dallas. The motorcade is going by, and there he is, standing there holding up a black umbrella.
Yeah.
It's weird, right? It just doesn't make sense.
It's definitely strange.
And our source here, pasted text, even mentions that this guy has become like a mascot for some people who think there was a conspiracy.
Right.
I mean, why would he even have an umbrella on a sunny day like that?
It's so odd. There he is in the middle of this tragedy, and his actions don't match everyone else's. It's almost like he's doing it on purpose, like he wants to stand out. And when there isn't a good explanation for something like that, our minds start to race.
It's true. We try to fill in the blanks ourselves.
Yeah.
And some of the theories about this umbrella man are wild. Some think he was sending a signal to someone else,
Right.
or that maybe the umbrella was some kind of weapon in disguise.
You can see how people's imaginations can just run wild.
Exactly. It just goes to show you how even the smallest detail in a major event can become such a huge source of debate and alternative theories, especially when you're dealing with something as shocking as a presidential assassination.
It makes you think about how people try to cope with these sorts of events. I mean, when you're searching for the truth, especially when it seems like nobody's giving you straight answers, these little details become really important. They become clues in a way.
And that's what makes this case so compelling, even after all these years.
Absolutely.
So we've covered Lee Harvey Oswald's shocking statement, and then the puzzle of the umbrella man. And everything we are talking about here is straight from our source material, pasted text. These two mysteries are such strange pieces of a much larger story. They really show us just how chaotic things were right after Kennedy was shot. And also they show us just how many questions are still unanswered.
It's amazing to think that even after all this time, these things are still captivating people's attention. I mean, a suspect's words and a guy with an umbrella, they've become these symbols that represent the whole mystery.
And it makes you wonder why these specific things are the ones that people can't let go of. Why is a simple denial and an out-of-place umbrella so memorable? It makes you think about how we as humans make sense of tragedy and try to find answers when there aren't any easy ones. It's definitely something for everyone to ponder.
It is.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's deep dive. Thanks for joining us.
See you next time.